say, huh, get down, say, huh, till you feel it, y'all. Get down, y'all. Get down. Get up, y'all. With the get down.
I'm a teapot. Do you know what to do with teapots? Let me sing you a little song that tells you how. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out. There you go, kids. Yeah, that's right. You got it. You just heat up water in me and pour me out. Just keep pouring, kid. You got it right there. That's how you use a teapot. Okay, kid. The water in there is a little high. You're pouring out. Okay. The cup is full. You can stop. All right, man. Seriously, you really gotta stop pouring me. Stop pouring me. Stop pouring me. It's gonna flood all over the floor. Oh my God! You doomed us all.
Take up. Take up, take up. Torrential flows of fluid fall upon your tiled floor. It buckles as it tries to stall. It cannot take much more. The floor it creaks, it starts to cave. It falls beneath you, you can't be saved. As water flows from the teacup spout, your mind knows it can't get out. All will pay a hefty fee. You've unleashed the sea of tea. You're washed into a cave and see the homes of ants and mice. The tea destroys their homeland and they all think you're not nice. Your table rack keeps you afloat above the sea of tea. You see a light ahead of you and then cry out in glee. Then you realize where you are. You can't take a fall that far. Out the hole you will descend. You will not see your home again. Suddenly your table is ascending to the sky. deja vu. I'm rolling faster speed. I am your master rocket, rocket. Soon I will have the pinky in my hand. Now pass me if you know how. I will see my favorite pinky. And as I'm closing on the finish line, I see my pinky there. It will be mine. I'm gonna keep my pinky in my heart. When this race speeds my arm. And as I'm closing on the finish line, I see my pinky there. It will be mine. I'm gonna keep my pinky in my heart. When this race speeds my arm. As I'm closing on the finish line, I see my pinky there. It will be mine. I'm gonna keep my pinky in my heart. When this race speeds my heart.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love?
funky feeling. Get up, get up,
Get down to the hip-hop, a bebop, a new You hear the sound, it's all coming to ya. Check out the sounds. You got to get down to the rhythms of James Brown. Keep grooving to the band called Zap. Not taking no slack, don't parlay, cause it's your day. Keep us up to the group of arcades, no lame. Just dance insane to the funky man, Rick James. Sheila E. Find little sexy things. As the brothers make you shout and sing. Sister says, we are family, so get nasty. You wanna be a nasty, nasty? That vanity six, just sex your world. Oh, funky valley.
Oh, come on, come on. Lay your arms around me. Get on, lay your arms around me. Oh, come on, come on. Lay your arms around me. Rock me all night long.
Don't you stag, lag or blunder. Hey, look, it's Stevie Wonder. It's a parliament, funk the element thing. Hey, everybody swing. Bonehead and Boosie, Shaka Khan, Prince and Sheila E. And yes, these are my funky hills. Now jam, jam. Those funky heroes. Those funky
It's harder to say no when you're in a jam. Always counting pennies in the palm of your hand. It's got to be the last time, so this will be the best. 12 things that I remember are what I forget. Hit it strong, fast and mean. Hard to mess and make it clean. Hit it strong, fast and mean. Hard to
I've been riding right on the shoulder, well done and kinda bent, full weight and colored umber, dead air all over cheap, drop more on the ground, 2 fingers serve it neat, hit it strong, fast and mean, hard to miss and make it clean, hit it strong, fast and mean, hard to miss and make it clean. One chance to make another, grab hold and take a spin, put both hands together, I've got such lonely friends, it's over and it's under, take care or take a bow, don't know just how to take it, know that it's just too loud, hit it strong, fast and mean, hard to miss and make it clean, hit it strong, fast and mean, hard to miss and make it clean.
across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
I'm gonna do it tonight.
The foulest stenches in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
Come closer, child. Let me tell you the story of Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men wouldn't put Humpty together again. 'Cause Humpty Dumpty was evil. Buried deep underground under Stone Age he lay, where magic was perpetual. The druids above him were setting the stage, a dark summoning ritual. When they'd spoken the words Humpty Dumpty had heard, freed he appeared with a flash. The druids recoiled, the ritual foiled, addicts inside instead of Peter's ash. Back from the grave to make you a slave, no matter if you cry or beg. Evil is one, there's nowhere to run. Bow down and worship the egg. He came to the kingdom converting the ranks, the peasants and soldiers, his mortar and tanks. His army is marching, approaching the gate. His royal advisors said it is too late. They broke through the throne room and cornered the king. His crown is what Humpty desired. He clenched up his fist and with one mighty swing, Humpty has risen to power. Back from the grave to make you a slave, no matter if you cry or beg. Evil is one, there's nowhere to run. Bow down and worship the egg. Long live the king. Long live the king. Long live the king. Long live the king. Humpty Dumpty! And that is why everything here smells like farts.
Shadows fall over my heart. I black out the moon. I wait for you to come around. You got me dancing in the dark. I've closed my eyes, but I won't sleep tonight. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, do bad things in the nighttime. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill the lights, hit the lights, let it black out, hit the lights, let it black out, Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black heart, black keys, black diamonds, black out, black everything, black. eternal state of mind. Children of the night, but it's the only way of life. It's black holes pulling me inside of this black heart, the black soul underneath this black, black sky. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, do bad things in the nighttime. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill a light, hit the light for the blackout, blackout, hit the light for the blackout, blackout. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black, black heart, black keys, black diamonds, blackout, black everything, black, black everything, everything, all black, everything, everything, all black, everything, everything, all black, everything, everything, black. Baby, you should come with me. Me and you and me. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill the lights, hit the light for that blackout, blackout, hit the light for that blackout, blackout. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black, black heart, black keys, black diamonds, blackout, black everything, black, black everything, everything, all black, everything, everything, all black, everything, everything, all black, everything, everything, black.
It's a story of a maiden that everybody knows, passed down for generations from the mountains to the crows. The story of the bread god, and this is how it goes. She sits upon a throne, brown backpack to the brim. She feeds entire nations with the contents of within. She feeds the untrodden and cleanses us of sin. She's there when we need her, no matter how cold. Her patience and smile divine. She feeds everybody, no matter how old. Our gratitude lives for all time. Out in the park, on the waterfall hall, glory to the bread god. Right to the heavens, our goddess we love. Glory to the bread god. One day we were waiting to see the breaded rain. We waited there for hours, but emptiness remained. We gave in to our hunger, and it drove us all insane. We began attacking humans. We tried to get their bread. We pecked at Randy Newman, his knees and feet and head. When suddenly we saw her, and this is what she said. Dastardly creatures, you've all lost your minds and turned on me and all my friends. I'll never forgive all your violent crimes. I'll never feed you again. Now the bread god is gone. We're alone on the lawn. We know that without her we'll starve. So we take to the skies. To the south we will fly. A migration to a new life we'll carve. We will peck at your head. We will steal all your bread. Forsaken, we've nothing to lose. If we will not be fed, we will take it instead. This is the path that we choose. Look to the sky where the waterfowl fly. Stand and deliver your bread. We cry to the heavens, our goddess we mourn. Glory to the bread god.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's about 5 minutes to go, so I thought you guys might appreciate a little bit, just a little bit, of a final countdown. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome. How you all doing? How you all doing? Guys, I'd like to introduce someone really special. Someone I think you might know, you might have heard of her once or twice. Just a little bit. Melissa, would you like to say hello?
Coming out. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. It's great to be here, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys.
And now for something really trippy. Welcome to Dolan Vision. So you guys are seeing everything that I'm currently seeing right now. You might see a bit of the crazy nonsense right here, but you know, just relax. Just relax.
Ooh,
So guys, what we're going to be doing, as you might have seen from the title, is going to be doing a little Q&A with you guys. Now, you guys might know me and Melissa from our Super Planet Dolan series, where we do the goofy answers and the real well-researched answers. But today, I just thought, you know, we might just have a casual chat with you guys. But we've also got some fun little segments planned as well. So just wanted to ask Melissa, how have you been doing? Like, what's been going on the last, week or two?
last week or two. To be honest, I'm a bit of a workaholic, so mostly work and some voiceover stuff. I am doing some soccer, some yoga, and planning my next trip.
Oh, excellent. Hellbent with $100. He's just such a gentleman. He's such a nicey.
And US dollars. You know what? That I'll take that exchange rate in Canada.
Yeah, no. So we actually made your character a bit of a sporty as well, and that was pretty much entirely based on you as a person. How long have you been doing soccer for?
I've played soccer my whole life, since I was 4.
Oh, gee. Oh, wow. Bit of an early start.
Yeah, really my whole life. I used to play at a pretty high level. Had a really bad knee injury, tore my medial meniscus, and I had to stop, but I still play rec. But yeah, I think soccer is just such a beautiful game.
Oh, it's fantastic. I used to be a football kid myself. I used to do a bit of basketball too. Yeah, but something traumatic happened to me when I was a youngie. I was signing up for the basketball team, and I went to the trials, and they said to me, "Hey, so we filled your spot." And I was like a little kid, 9 or so, and I was just devastated. Like, how could they do this to me? This is my whole life, even though I really, really sucked at it. But it was the fact that you're having fun with it is the main thing. But then my mum had a talk with them, and then she was like, "Oh no, don't worry, you're back on the team." But I was like, you know what? I'm too good for this. I'm not gonna go. I'm just gonna stay at home and play video games. And now. It led to all this. It led to virtual reality and all this fun.
I think that was a really good decision. At 9 years old, you can get your heart broken by these kind of coaches, but at the end of the day, I think that
and now
you're walking down the path you need to be on.
I think that we took different paths. So you've done sports, so you're probably athletic, whereas me, I'm the opposite of that. Less athletic, let's just say.
Less athletic.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's
Okay.
not good. I love playing video games too, so
Yeah,
I'm right there with you. There's no place like the couch.
No. For me, esports is a little bit of sports, so
I
Anyway.
actually read a study that
Sure.
if you watch sports or you read about them, your brain actually trains in real time, so you're technically getting some of the benefits that you would if you were actually playing. Pretty cool.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
well that explains why I'm sweating when I watch sports. That's it won't be the pizzas or anything like that. So all right, guys. So what we've got planned, we have done a Q&A call on Twitter. We've done one on Patreon. And thanks for the donations, guys. That's really nice of you. Don't have time to read out all of them, but it hasn't gone unnoticed. We asked some people questions on Patreon. We asked them on Twitter, and so we're gonna have segments lined up for all these different Q&As. We are going to start off with some Patreon questions, some really good ones actually. The first post I made, I was just asking for general questions you guys have about Planet Dolan. And the second one, I was like, well, we got Melissa coming on, you know, why don't you just ask us some questions? And so let's get real deep and personal with Melissa, shall we? She doesn't have any idea what questions I picked out. I offered to let her see, but she was like, nah, it's got to be a surprise. So
No spoilers. No spoilers.
exactly. She can't see the screen in real time. We tried doing a video call on Skype where she can, but it kept cutting out. So yeah, this is all going to be a surprise. But let's get started. Let's get started straight away. So the first question for Melissa is from Nananita. As a humanoid bird girl, what do you do during your free time? What other hobbies do you have besides helping the Planet Dolan crew and sports?
A humanoid bird girl. I love that. I think I might go by that now. I think I'm just gonna change my job title to that. What other hobbies? I really like to draw. Actually, I like to just illustrate things, like tattoo style kind of illustrations. I do enjoy singing in the shower, as I would imagine most people do. Sports and like soccer and yoga pretty much take up most of my free time. Other than that, I'm a bit of a workaholic, but I do like salsa dancing. I do salsa dancing once a week with my boyfriend. And what else do I do? I like to try cooking once in a while when I'm not lazy and can actually get out to go buy the groceries to do that.
Yeah, I know how you feel about that.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes I get groceries delivered like just because we're so lazy or we just don't have time. But I always feel guilty for the guy rolling up with like all these groceries, and he's looking at me like, "You guys couldn't get down the street." I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, I failed you." But yeah, you mentioned you're eating a very healthy meal earlier. What was that again?
I just grabbed something on the way home. It's from Freshie. Do you guys have that over in Australia?
What's it called?
Freshie.
No, we do have a healthy burger place called Grilled, but no, I haven't heard of that one.
Ah, okay. So Freshie is fresh food and lots of vegetables, some fruits. This one was pomegranate tomato, similar to ramen noodles, but not quite, with broccoli, spinach, pumpkin seeds, and other stuff that I don't remember because now it's gone and I can't look at it to tell you what I ate.
Yeah, so no chocolate or anything like that?
Unfortunately, no, but I do love chocolate.
Yeah, no, I personally, I dig the white chocolate. It's like my one guilty pleasure. Like usually when, you know, you're ordering like a meal and, you know, people are getting desserts, it's like, nah, I'm good. But if someone's like, oh, it's got white chocolate, and I'm like, what if I just bended my whole dessert rule just real quick?
There are always exceptions to every rule.
For sure. Okay, so next question for Melissa. Rapid Thrush, interesting. No, Rapid Thrush asks, hello Melissa, before you joined Planet Dolan as a character, did you do any other voice acting that helped make your skills great?
I did. I kind of just looked up, there was a UK voice acting site that would post a bunch of job opportunities, and I remember back in the days before I could even get myself my own professional mic, I was just recording off of my phone mic and then trying to clean up all the audio. And my friend, who is the recording artist, let me use his studio. So I started kind of just getting into that, singing in some auditions. So I did a little bit of character stuff. I did a Skyrim VOD, just like little things like that here and there.
Do you remember the name of the Skyrim mod?
I remember the character I played in the Skyrim mod. I could probably find you a link, but my character was Dovekeen.
Do you have anything I could search for that would lead to your voice acting at all?
Yeah, I have. This might take a while though. I gotta pull up. I have like this list of links.
If you just have like a name to shout out, I can look it up.
If you go to Ulio, it's a new company. I just started doing some like corporate voiceover stuff. I did a little bit of stuff for them before, and this one actually just came out. These most recent videos.
It's YOOL.
YULIO.
ULIO.
This is
Okay.
kind of the boring corporate stuff. So if you guys want to see like fun voice acting, I'll have to pull some of those links up.
No, you work in VR, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
that's the most exciting thing in the whole world, as you can tell.
The video itself is like kind of. Oh, it's Yulia on YouTube would be I think the link to the actual video the voiceover is done. But yeah, so Yulia was 3D to VR for architecture, interior design, real estate. I just did this sort of voiceover stuff for them on YouTube.
Oh, nice. Yeah, guys. Okay, so Yulio, Yulio, just have a look at that on YouTube, and you will see Melissa's illustrious voice. Just a quick tip. Yeah, I actually am having a look at the website right now, and they have like a VR video playing as I'm looking at it in VR, so it's like double as whoa. I'm in the Twilight realm.
VR.
Yeah. Okay, so next question from Joshua. Melissa, what brought you to the PD crew, and why choose a purple bird as your character?
That's a great question. I was a fan of Planet Dolan, actually, back in the days of Danger
Oh, stop.
Dolan. Can we get a Danger Dolan? Can I hear it? Can I hear the good one?
What quote?
Have a good one.
Have a good one! There we go.
Yeah! Okay, I love that. I actually tried to save that and keep it as a text tone. True story.
Oh, that's adorable.
It was just awesome. So yeah, I started off as a fan of the show, and I remember you guys had a posting up saying that Planet Dolan was hiring, and I sent in a quick demo, did a practice read and kind of an audition, and I guess Dolan liked me, right, Dolan? Hey.
Yeah, you were alright.
I'm alright.
Yeah, you were one of the first people and actually, let's see, we hired a few people, and then I hired you and Pringle at like the same time. But that was definitely a good hire, I think. I think.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah, no, I was just impressed with the fact that you were so entrepreneurial, and like you seemed like you were just a really fun person. That was always the number one recruitment thing, is that are they a fun person, you know? Like, you know, Hellbent didn't even send in like a voice demo. He was just like, here's some videos where I'm just having fun with some games, and I was like, you're in. You are so in.
That's awesome.
His majestic voice also helped, but
Yes,
you know,
yes,
it's the personality that counts.
Yeah, that's definitely a big part of it for sure.
No.
And then as to the purple bird, that was the brilliant character design of one of the Planet Dolan animators.
Yeah, I think it was around that time that, let's see, Return of the Goo did a design, and also Shima did a design. They did it around the same time. I'm not sure who made it first, but they both just doodled in the I think the group chat, and yeah, it was like, oh, this is so cool. Yeah, they kept iterating on like each other's designs, and then I think some of the coloration of the let me just get my pointer here. Oh, these are my hands, guys, just so you know. You see around here, see around here, the colors there were, I think, designed by Robo. She decided to just put in a little bit of flavor there, and so I thought that was really cool. But we still don't know what her feet are. Melissa, do you have any idea how her feet should look?
I think that they should remain a mystery, because then you think about them, and who doesn't want to think about feet?
So yeah, the possibilities are open. The canon's still ongoing. There might be some genetic engineering. It might just be for part of the disease. We don't know, guys. The floor is open. Okay, so moving on, we've got some general questions on Patreon, which is just for kind of both of us. The first one from Artie Harty, who asks, what made you think of expanding your channel beyond countdowns when it was Danger Dolan? Are there any ideas for further development to Planet Dolan? Now, I've been very vocal about how we do want to move into a storytelling canon series for Planet Dolan, which we might be putting a team together for that this year, but we'll kind of see how we go. We don't want to rush it. We want to prototype, have some fun with it, make sure it's the best it can be. before we start taking it seriously at all. But what made me think about expanding the channel beyond just Danger Dolan? Well, I guess that was just kind of a bottleneck actually at the start. It was just, you know, I can only do so much, but we wanted to start doing, you know, stuff involving art, animations. You know, I've always been into cartoons when I was a little kid. I would just be up like all night just watching like Cartoon Network, all the cartoons like Johnny Bravo, Count Chicken. Count Chicken was my favorite show. Count Chicken was amazing. Just all those shows, a few shows on Nickelodeon. And so yeah, as I got older and I started doing YouTube, I was like, I would love to be able to contribute to this even just a little bit. So that was the main drive for like Super Planet Dolan. But you know, we still have room to expand from there. Lots of possibilities in that department. So it's just a natural evolution, you know. You just kind of follow your interests. That's the major thing. Anyway, unless you have any thoughts, Melissa.
Yeah, I think that was definitely more of a question for you, but I love to see the evolution so far. I think I've been with you guys for about almost 2 years now, and just to see the channel grow and all these new characters, and animators, and writers come in, and it's awesome. Like I can't wait to see where else we go in the future. And such a creative team, and I wish I could be more involved. I know I'm always out and working, but every time I go back to Skype, there's like 500 messages in the group chat.
No, you're doing great, Melissa. Like, you know, whenever I email you, you're always like, you know, how can I help? And you know, it's really good to see it. It really makes Gooby and I happy. Speaking of which, I know you can't see her. However, over here we have a mysterious Gooby. Would you like to say hi, Gooby?
Hi.
Okay. Actually, I'm not sure where you are. You're there?
Yes.
Yes, there we go. Sweet. You want to come closer to the mic and just say a few words? Because no one's actually heard. Voice reveal, guys. Voice reveal.
I've done streams quite a few times. I've revealed my voice.
There we go. But this is a SPD voice reveal, which is very special. Yep.
There you go! That was not on purpose.
We got a wild Dagob.
Shush.
Melissa says, hi, Gooby, and that you're very special.
They feel special!
There we go.
Oh, I'm gonna melt. Melissa likes me.
Oh, someone is drawing chicken from Count Chicken. I love you, Anonymous. I love you. One day, if I can meet the creators of that show, I may swoon just a little bit.
No.
Yeah, no, Gooby's here as my support. My rock, so you know she'll be reading out some questions for us a bit later. She's just a good Gooby. Okay, next question from Getsaberry. What were some of your favorite moments and questions on Reddit for fans to answer? Let's just pick out one, Melissa. If you have any on top of your head, just like, you know, let us know. Just like out of the true stories that we've done, because one of the ones that comes to mind for me. I think it came out recently, or it's still coming out. It's a story about how I, when I was a bit intoxicated, I helped drag this moldy couch to my friend's place as like a birthday present. I didn't know what I was doing. I love telling this story. Because one of my other friends was just dragging this couch, and I looked at it, and it was like, you know, there's like dead animals on it, and it was like covered in stench. And I was like, that's going to be a great present. He needs a couch. I'm going to get that couch for him. That's probably one of my favorite stories to tell. Melissa, do you have one?
Moldy kid. I'm just trying to imagine what this actually looks like. That just sounds hilarious. Oh man, there were so many good ones. There was one. I don't know if it's actually come out yet on the channel, but was what's the weirdest thing you've ever been paid to do? Okay. That was pretty good. So just some of the answers that people even sent in, really good.
Oh, there's been plenty of those ones. Some of them have been pretty hilarious.
Yeah. And then I think my answer for that one was that this really buff guy was sitting on the bus beside me, and he had a bunch of, like, he had 2 sleeves of tattoos, and he looked like someone you just didn't want to mess with. And I was just sitting on the bus, and I got this tap on my shoulder, and it's from him. And I turn around and I start to freak out because I'm like, oh God, did I step on his toe or something? Is he gonna kill me? And he was just looking over my shoulder, looking at me drawing in my little sketchbook. And he actually asked me if I could make him a tattoo.
What?
Yeah. It just, so he paid me in cash to just like draw a quick, I think it was a Pikachu sketch in my sketchbook, and he just took it and paid me like $300.
That's amazing.
I know. How does that even happen? So yeah, that was
I should randomly bump to people more often and just be like, hey, you want a tattoo now?
That'll be $300.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah,
next question from McCavity. How do you all feel about the fan art people do? Free marketing or well, I mean, I can just say right off the bat that it's humbling. It is absolutely humbling because when we're doing this stuff, when we're making scripts or voicing or whatever, you just don't get the impact, right? So we went to VidCon the other day in Australia. It was our very first con. We had had very low expectations, but the amount of people who came up and was just, they were just saying really nice things. You just wanted signings and stuff. It was incredible. And we had no idea because we're in a bubble. Like, I'm currently in my office, like my it's like a tiny little study in my house. And we just, like, you just don't know about any of this stuff. And so, yeah, when you see fan art on Twitter, and it's almost like every other day. It's incredible. And no, I mean, we're going to get to some fan letters in a little bit, but like you'll see, like, it's crazy.
yeah, it's amazing. I love the work that the fans send in. It's so, you guys are so talented. It's
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely.
Some of these ones that come in, they're so creative, and I love the ones that you guys like do fun stuff with. You change the outfits or you make them into different actual characters, but you use the same colors, and then some of the shading, I study them. I zoom in really close and I picture how you guys are drawing them. Like the fan art is just, it makes my day. It really does. It makes me smile so much. And you guys are really talented. So thank you for that. Please keep sending them in because it really makes us smile.
Melissa and I are both on Twitter. That's the best place if you want to send us fan art. We love retweeting that stuff. Gooby, she'll search like Planet Dolan on DeviantArt, and like I'll look over her shoulder and be like, whoa, I haven't even seen some of these pieces. This is insane.
Yeah.
No, it's
They're
amazing.
so well done. I actually have a whole bunch. I wish I was at my place right now, but at my apartment, I've actually printed off a whole bunch and they're on my fridge.
Aww, that's really cute.
Yeah, I love them. They're so great.
Yeah,
I want to make like a collage and just get it.
Oh, that's so
made into
cool.
a
That is
blanket.
absolutely
get
like awesome.
Yeah, I want to get it made into a blanket. I know that's weird.
Guys, you heard it. There's a potential market for Melissa fan art blankets. So get on it.
I was making this app because I do graphic design. I was making this app, and it was for babies. So as a thank you gift to the person that hired me, who's a new mom, we actually got a blanket made with all the little icons from the app for her newborn baby. And it looked so good when it came out. So I think I'm going to actually do that with some of the fan art. Like a Planet Dolan blanket. A fan art.
Actually, I just remembered. My mom, she made me and was it you, Gooby, that also got? Yeah, Gooby and I, we both got a Planet Dawn blanket. She printed out like a bunch of like just fan art and also our art onto a blanket, and then she surprised us at Christmas, and it was the most adorable thing. We absolutely loved it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to send me a photo of that. That's great.
No, I absolutely. I'll remember to do that. No, so we also got some fan art given to us at VidCon, which is also amazing because we've never been handed art before.
Wow.
So it's like, oh my god. Yeah, no, it's incredible. Okay, so Rapid Thrush again. No, actually, Rapid Thrash. I'd like to work for Planet Dawn as a voice actor or writer, but I've never gotten a response to my applications or emails. Do you guys get a ton of applications and can't read each one? Also, do you guys need a 3D animator or anything? By the way, Melissa has a great narrating voice, as does Dolan. No.
Aw, thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Rapid. Yeah, so we get applications, well, we have been getting applications almost every day. I try and read every single one of them. Sometimes it's not possible, like, it's definitely not possible to respond to them all. If I respond to any of them, it's because I'm seriously considering, bringing you on, or you are on the shortlist. The artist shortlist is very long, but, as you guys might know, because of the apocalypse, we're not hiring a lot of people right now. If we are hiring, it's to replace someone who maybe isn't, like they want to alleviate their workload for uni, that kind of thing. But for the most part, we're working on diversifying, which is actually going pretty well. And also, you guys, your support on Patreon has been the thing that saved Super Planet Dolan. Like, don't underestimate that. That is absolutely what saved it. We wouldn't be going without that right now. So, thank you guys. But no, you can still send in applications. Like what I do is I file them under, potential future recruitment waves. So, Melissa, I think it took me a while to get back to you, right? Melissa? Have we lost Melissa? Is she gone? Is it all over? Has the dream ended? Let me have a look. Yeah, she might be right back. Oh, we lost Melissa. I'll wait to see if there's a message from her, but I think with Melissa, at the start, it might have taken me like 6 months or something to get back to her. But definitely worth it in the end. She was on my radar for so long. But no, very thankful that we managed to get her on board. I'll leave Marco's question for the return of Melissa.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Great timing. Yep.
I had a phone call come in and it just came right off this call.
No, that's okay. It's okay. I hope it wasn't an important call or anything like that.
No, I didn't take it. I actually couldn't even decline it because that's how iPhones are made.
Oh, the chat's going crazy. They're like, no, Melissa, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry.
Okay, so here's the next question, Melissa. I was saving this for when you come back. Marco Antonio Dominguez. Marco, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. And then Sid. What relationships are official in the Planet Dolan company? So, Melissa, I heard there was something going on with Nixium, but I don't know if that's true or not. Like, what's going on? I'm so interested. I'm fascinated.
Oh well, Nixium and I are good friends.
Whoa.
And... Well, we don't necessarily want to put any titles on anything, and I don't want to give away too much, but things could be happening. Things could be happening. I'll just say that. I like to keep my love life private, but.
But in terms of real people, though,
What do you mean? I had a crush on Inuyasha's brother, if anybody knows that show, for like 3 years.
Okay, guys.
Of real life.
You heard it here first. Canon officially confirmed really good friends. But in terms of okay, so obviously our characters are based on real people. But like the characters also have their own lives, and so sometimes the line is a bit blurred. We haven't got a canon storytelling series set up to establish the actual canon relationships. But what you can determine is that a lot of the real life relationships would bleed over into the characters. So for instance, I have a little bit of the Goobster. You might have heard her just make a noise just then in space. Where is she? Goobster? Oh, I heard her make a noise.
No.
Nang, she said nang. There we go. That one might be official, maybe.
Mine?
Whoa! Oh. Okay, so definitely confirmed, maybe. Then you also have other ships, just like Tolop and Spincis. There is a noise happening Do you hear that, Melissa?
A noise.
Yeah, it's like a bloop, bloop.
Weird. No, I don't hear that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. In any case, and yeah, but some of the other relationships are a bit more murky. So, oh wow, this.
Oh, Ladybot was saying it's from Flockmod. Maybe that's where it is from.
Oh, Flockmod. Okay. How do I turn off the chat then?
Thanks, Ladybot.
Let's see. Oh, that's a lot of people in the art chat. Wow. Oh, actually, you know what? I can just mute the tab, I think. There we go. Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, anyway, but stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned for what the official ships could and could not be. All right, and the next question from Nananator. First question, where do you usually get your answers for your burning questions about life videos? Do you just go to Wikipedia? Do you read actual scientific and historical journals? Second question, how do you organize together to make your awesome animated music videos? So if you go to the description box on any SPD, you will find our sources for all our information. We use at least like 2 or 3 sources for each, and then we can kind of combine, like we read through the whole thing, then we try and condense it as best we can. Yeah, no, Wikipedia definitely not the best source ever for information. But no, there are plenty of other websites that do quite a lot of research on the thing. What is happening in Flockmod? Oh my god! Oh my god! It's chaos.
How art thou? I like it. Whoever did that, nice pun. Well done.
Yeah, Gooby, if you ended up wanting to start a new Flockmod, and just post the information in the PD Skype group chat, with a password, feel free, because yeah, it's chaos. But yeah.
Thanks for the donations, guys.
You know, absolutely, guys. I'm so sorry I can't get to them. That actually tears me up a little bit. But no, thank you so much. It's really appreciated. And yeah, how to organize together to get your music videos. That would be, we have a songwriter called Durox, and so sometimes he'll send us a song. So as you guys might know from the Dolan Cart song, that was just like a random one he sent to us. He said, you know, I felt like doing something that has a bit of Eurobeat in it. And so we decided to roll with that, and just decided you make it like a mashup with Mario Kart and stuff. But you know, these videos take 2-3 weeks, you know, to animate. Sometimes longer if it's going to be quite a bit more complicated. But for the most part, it's not too bad. Anyway, final question. Oh wow, yeah, this is insane. This Flockmod. Let's see. Maybe we can start a new one with less chaos. Okay, let's see. If I started, yeah, sorry about this, guys.
Wow,
There's just so many people in.
Going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
MySpace, no, MySpace.
Nah, it's just chaos. All right. I can't see what I'm typing, unfortunately, but I've used the keyboard so much that I can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, this might take a few minutes. In the meantime, as I'm doing this, Altoria asks, how do you manage to output so many videos when so much of the talent is scattered all over the planet? Must be a bit of a logistical nightmare getting everyone together. Yeah, so I think at the start it was difficult because when you collaborate with people, it's hard to, like, I mean, you might send someone a script and they can read out the script, but then you also want to capture a bit more of that just fluid, I don't know how to describe it, just keep things fresh, you know. And yeah, it's hard to do long distance, but we try our best trying to cater to everyone's time zones, their schedules and stuff. You know, a lot of people at PD, they might do this on the side, like a side thing, like they might do uni full time and all that. And so yeah, no, it's a bit of work, but it also gives you a lot more possibilities as well. You can reach out to a lot of talent around the globe and work on that kind of scale. So Melissa, were you typing on the document? No, actually, you don't have a link for it, do you?
No, I didn't want any spoilers, so I
Yeah.
have not accessed that document.
Fair enough. Let me just have a look at this. Okay, let me type a new room name, which is just going to be Stream VR. It's a join room. Okay. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. I have no idea how people found the password and all that. Okay. Well, I mean, in the meantime, though, we can kind of move on to the next segment, which is to collaboratively build. Wow, that's a lot of people already. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not going to work. If the password's not going to do anything, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Sorry, guys. That's a shame. Let's see. Yeah, we'll figure that out for next time. Moving on to the next segment, which is to build an SPD together. So this is actually how we do the process of writing SPD. And so I might get some help from chat as well. I might get some help from Melissa. So let's see here.
All right, let's do it.
Sure. Okay. So we need some questions from chat. Gooby, if you happen to find any good questions for us to answer, could be about anything. Any life question. The mysteries of the universe. How does VR work? You know, that kind of thing.
Why doesn't Skype always work?
Yeah, what is up with Skype? It's a great question.
It's definitely a mystery of life.
Why did you say that Gooby was a mermaid?
Oh, we
What?
got here. Why is pizza so amazing?
Because I can.
Because she can. Yeah.
It was my design, my choice. Meh.
Yeah, it's all Goopster. Okay, so you see any questions? Let me know. Because it's, yeah, moving pretty fast.
Whoa, that's a lot of questions. Okay.
Just pick one that sounds good. Doesn't have to be, it can be anything.
Is an emoji a boy or a girl?
One that's just like about the life, just general.
How does a potato grow?
How does a potato grow? Excellent, excellent. The real mysteries. Let's cut deep into science here. Okay, so how we do the SPDs is we just throw around dumb ideas. Well, we also nowadays we take into account the characters' personalities and everything like that. So you know, if it is going to be like Dolan and Melissa, there might be some tension, some friendship tension there. If it's Hellbent and Nixium, it's just chaos, full of harsh words. But the characters of Dolan and Melissa are they're good friends. They like to banter a lot. So let's see. How does a potato grow? Melissa, if you have any ideas for the truth, be sure to let me know.
I think potatoes, the reason why they grow underground is because their legs are so long that they need to become a certain length before they can stand by themselves. But the thing is that you pluck them from the ground before they actually have developed enough muscle strength in their legs. So that's why you get the roots when you take them out. Because every time you pull out a potato, you're killing a potato.
Okay, so they're a sophisticated life form capable of independent and complex mathematical thoughts. However, unfortunately, they do tend to get pre-plucked. Looks like someone's joining the thing. Man, that's unfortunate. I have no idea how to make these documents private. Oh well.
You can just, it should be on private already. Oh, someone's trolling.
I don't think they're doing anything wrong, so I'm just gonna keep going. They do tend to get pre-plucked, and don't quite reach their intellectual. I can't even spell intellectual. That shows how smart I am. can't reach the intellectual threshold. Is that the right word? Threshold.
Yeah, that's a threshold is a
yeah.
word.
There we go. Excellent. It's a shame we don't have Flock Mod up. Could have had them storyboarding this as we go.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out for next time, but well.
Next time.
Yeah. Actually, I could probably draw something really awful if I open Photoshop. Here we go. You're gonna get a Dolan original storyboard, guys. This is super special.
Ooh.
I had many years of not studying art, so you're gonna see some really detailed nonsense.
It'll be Picasso style, slightly abstracted. But
Yeah,
still
like
with
if
character.
Picasso didn't know what he was doing, it'll be kind of like in that vein. Okay. So let's have a look at this size. So here we have, no, that's white. White doesn't work well against a white background, I've noticed. Here we go. Okay, so it's simple potato. And here's the ground.
Oh yes, you're gonna draw a potato. This is gonna be awesome.
Actually, it's on a road. It's growing into a road because those lines are not dirt, but sure. It's got a little face as well. It's got a little face,
Gotcha.
little happy face.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is a potato.
If you say
Okay.
so, Dolan.
This is officially the storyboard for the next SPD. Sweet Commando, James Shaw, could you take notes? I want you to replicate this, but like better. That would be amazing. Okay, so you start off with a potato. The next scene, you show a potato fully grown. Okay, so muscles.
Bulging muscles.
Bulging muscles, absolutely. I can't draw abs, but I'm gonna attempt it.
The potato needs a six pack.
Yep. Yeah, I'll do my absolute best. I can That's like a 5-pack. It's like a monobrow for a pack, but
Oh,
Gooby's like, oh no, what are you doing?
Dolan, you should be the animator for one.
Dolan,
I think so. I think I get underestimated a lot.
stop! Stop!
What do you?
Oh
what do
my
you think I should
god!
go into animate
Oh my
episode?
god! Stick to stick figures, don't try body, just no! Oh my god!
Okay, so this is the scene.
Sugar.
Okay,
Marsh McKillen Man. You know the Michelin Man, I think it is.
I'm gonna go ahead and misspell intelligent here. Intelligent pot
Do you know who
short
the
potato.
Michelin Man is, Dolan?
No, I don't actually.
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. Stop what you're doing. And
Mhm.
and how do I send? I'm gonna send you a link on Skype. Okay.
Just stop, Dom. Just stop.
Just click on the link I sent you on Skype.
Could you send it via Discord?
Yes, I can do that too.
Sweet.
All right. You have to see this.
Oh, by the way, your character's official dialogue is going to be Dolan, please stop. For the love of God, it's over. Your art skills are special. Good job. There we go. But yeah, the mystery here, okay, the deep lore, is that you don't know if she's being sarcastic, so it might be an actual genuine good job.
Mystery is who the hell gave Dolan a pencil?
It's a compliment.
Okay.
Click the link that I sent you. I sent it over Discord. You just have to see you
Oh!
basically choose
Yes, the tire guy. Yes.
Oh!
the- You gotta pull it up
I'm
side
not
by
gonna swear.
side.
Did we just actually build on the law of the Michigan the is it Michigan man? Is that right? Like, was he a potato? Is this right?
He is the human potato. You just drew him. I think you have subconscious
Is the
influences.
Michigan man actually a potato? Okay, 30 prison workers says he was ordered to serve rotten potatoes. I don't think that's right, but I think we're close.
So close.
Okay, that was fun. So we just wanted to demonstrate like our process for building SPD, just in terms of the scripting. Hopefully next time we'll get FlockMod set up so that we can get people to collaboratively help us storyboard it. So it's pretty fun. All right. So the next segment is just gonna be a general Q&A. Gooby, do you have the Twitter questions ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, I can't actually pull up Twitter because my Twitter feed's full of nonsense. But yeah, now feel free to read any out that you like the look of. Yeah, why not?
All right. What species is Dolan?
Lately, when Mooclock and I have been writing these scripts, we think he might be.
Cousin.
we think he might be, yes, a bit of that, a bit of marshmallow. We like to think that you can take off bits of his skin and chew on it just a little bit.
Okay, is this canon or are you just pulling my leg?
No, see, here's the thing. We're creating canon. This stream is all about fleshing out the universe of Planet Dolan, and I think that this is crucial to the show. Yeah, so I think that a little bit of him, maybe there was some genetic engineering, you know, there was a soup gone, some marshmallows fell in, and they just kind of rolled with it. That's what I'm thinking. Now look, the lore could be deeper than that, but I don't know how much more deeper than that you can get. I'm pretty sure that's the depths. So, there we go. The big question is, what is Melissa made out of?
Ooh.
The hard questions. The hardball.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Ah, that's a good answer.
Do you know the reference? Do you know the reference?
Yeah, no, Powerpuff Girls, right?
Yes. Cartoon Network, way back.
Oh, actually, someone just donated and asked, will Mooclock be in any more videos? I think it's gonna happen. I mean, people love the guy. People were saying he's like a dark David Attenborough. I think that's what they said. Because of his accent. So we might play that angle. I'd love to see Mooclock go into nature and start describing things, while like Nixium's just like slaughtering it at the same time. I think that might happen in an episode.
I think that needs to happen in an episode now that you've said it.
Oh, there were a couple more Patreon questions. Just answer these ones real quick. Eltoria asks, how do you manage to output so many videos when so much of the talent scattered all over the planet? It must be a bit of a logistical nightmare getting everyone together. Yeah, no, we have a good infrastructure set up, which is called Dropbox, with Dropbox and Skype, sometimes emails, and so yeah, we just stay in contact. Everyone has their own individual duties, deadlines. We just make sure that we manage everyone and put them in appropriate areas so that they can really show off their skills. You know what I mean? Yeah, sorry for the short answer, Eltoria. Panda. Oh god. I'm pretty sure they just wrote this. You're so sneaky, Panda. Have you ever thought about going into the professional sphere of animation, especially given the apocalypse? Yeah, that's what we're thinking about doing with the storytelling series. Actually, we're thinking about not just putting it on YouTube, but other places as well. And so we can find funding, we can find a way of distributing it, that kind of thing. We'll find out. Anyway, we've got a few general Q&A questions for Melissa. These are the 4 specific ones that I found that I thought would work really well. These are just from Twitter, I think. However, Melissa, if you have any questions that you would like us to read out from Twitter, because I know that you did a question yourself, feel free.
Yes.
Okay, so
Sure, yeah.
Melissa, 13 Lens asks, this may be personal, but how old is Melissa? Is she married? Any kids who watch? How much time does she spend recording for the channel? You don't have to give a specific age if you don't want to. It's up to you.
I'm fine with that. I'm just curious how old you guys think I am. Can you guys just quickly in the group chat just 69, haha, funny.
Oh no.
Can you guys just guess how old I am?
Yeah, so guys in chat, whoever guesses correctly wins a prize.
Ooh.
The prize is that you get to donate for us. No, I'm kidding. The prize is that I'll be like, yeah,
Whoa.
oh. Oh my god.
20, 27, 26, 20, whoa, 30. Oh my, wow, 21, 22, 20. All right, you guys are close. I think I saw a couple people get the right answer.
Oh, 37. Come now.
Oh.
Come now. 11.
37. 29.
The,
Okay.
the age restriction for PD is 18. Are you telling me, Melissa, are you actually 11? Oh no. How did an 11-year-old get like a tax file number? And that's crazy. You went above and beyond.
Well, I do live in Canada. No.
But yeah, the other questions are you married? You got any kids to watch? How much time do you spend recording for the channel?
Yeah, okay, you guys can stop guessing. I'll tell you, don't worry. Whoever said 99, seriously. I am 24. I am 24 and a half. I'm born in, not a half quite yet. Born in June. So, up top for Cancerians, because that's what I am.
I'm in VR, so I'm imagining that I can give you a high five just real quick.
There you go.
So,
high five.
there we
Yeah,
go.
one day Steve
Yeah.
will be able to actually do that. Yeah. So guys, 24. You guys can stop guessing. I'm not forcing you to thank you for that.
They're not going to stop guessing.
Keep going. Yeah. 24. And I am not married. I hope to be one day, but no, not yet. No kids. Also hope to have kids one day, but no, not yet. I've already got names picked out. I would tell you guys, but I don't want it stolen. So.
Don't go with Jaina. We named our cat Jaina. That didn't turn out too well.
Jaina, why? Why not?
Because our cat's mean. She scratches us.
Jaina, no, don't scratch me. No, I just got the girl's name picked out. The guy's name's not. But no, I'm hopefully gonna get there. I have this whole timeline planned out. Hoping to have my first by age 30, my first kid. But we'll see. You know, a few factors.
So 5.5 years to go.
It seems closer than it.
I know. Time just moves really fast these days. Oh my god.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Dirty Dab Sandwich. Another really personal question. What is Melissa's favorite food?
Oh, that's so personal. I don't know if I
Yeah.
can answer this one, Dylan.
Yeah, I understand if there's going to be an uncomfortable silence. I get it.
Yeah. Favorite food. Okay, honestly, I don't know if I have one particular favorite food, but I do love Italian and Thai cuisine.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
For me, it would be a Parma. You know what that is, right? Parma.
I feel like I should.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised if you don't, because it's an Australian thing. It's a chicken schnitzel with some marinara sauce and some cooked cheese on top. Sometimes like bacon. It's like the unhealthiest thing ever, but it is so delicious. Oh my god, it's so delicious. Like every restaurant around here has one. Australians are obsessed with the Parma. Gooby, what's your favorite food?
Pasta and pasta.
Pasta. What kind of pasta?
Yeah,
All
pasta.
sorts. Whatever. Usually tomatoey sauces.
Tomatoey
Tomatoey
sauce.
creamy. Probably with chicken, some herbs.
Someone's gonna do a fan art of you like wolfing down on some tomato pasta right
I
now.
like pasta. You can see me eating it on that video you posted.
I'm with
Yes.
you, Gooby. I love pasta too. It's so
Uh,
good.
Melissa loves pasta too.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to add you to the call, Gooby.
I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Pasta.
Actually, I'll add you to it now. Why not?
Are you sure?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not going to be too difficult. Ladybot wants you to check James Shark's message, but not with the VR headset on.
Sure. Add friends to DM.
Thanks, Wolfpack Alpha. We appreciate it.
Gooby Sin. There we go. Okay, so you're in the call now, Goobins?
I think so.
Okay, so... Oh! I can hear myself. Do you want to mute your mic? Gooby, just press this button here.
Which button?
This button here. Here.
Oh,
Okay, I just want to get to the thing. You need a thing.
I'm
I'm looking for it. Oh, this button. To mute the mic.
Okay,
Okay, user settings.
This, here.
I've got
I've got this.
If you
Oh,
love
press
chicken,
escape,
you are
press
a
escape.
cannibal, Melissa. That's funny.
And that might
Actually, I'm a pescatarian, guys.
Sorry?
Pescatarian. I was just reading responding to some of the chats over here.
Ah.
I eat chicken. I'm a cannibal.
Hmm.
But
You eat chicken?
I'm a pescatarian, actually. So I eat fish and veggies and eggs and things like that. Once in a while, I may have chicken.
I'm just going to
life
check
is so short.
Skype real quick. Okay, so we're going to set up a new flock mod, I believe.
Ooh, exciting.
James Sharks set one up.
Yeah, I saw that. We'll all join it.
Just got to make sure that people don't see the password.
Yeah, that's why I'm aiming it away from the screen.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that was fun until a lot
Yeah.
of people showed up.
Yeah, I have no idea why, because it's got a password on it.
Someone probably spread it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. Just one sec as we
Oh,
join.
and also, can you mod Ladybot?
Oh, in the chat put. I don't think there's any point. It's moving too fast.
Ah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Okay. So we're all good
Those
now.
are so cute.
Yeah, sorry about that, Melissa. I couldn't hear because I had the headset off. There we go.
No worries.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so we're all good now. That is so cool, those Dolans. Wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. That's awesome.
Yeah, if you guys want to post it in the group chat, go ahead. Okay. Alright, so what were we up to? Tyler I asks, what's Melissa's daily routine? Does she have to blow dry her feathers?
Well, first I blow dry them, and then I fluff them up a bit.
Do you think anyone would help you out with that? Because there is a lot of feathers all over the place.
That's true. I do shed my feathers a lot, especially in the summer, but I have to. I wish I had help. I might not take 5 hours in the morning if I did, but sadly, no. I gotta fluff them up myself.
Yeah. So, do you think that when Melissa shows up to the PD studio to record her lines, that she gets all let's see. Do you think she practices like ma 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 in the morning?
Sometimes, yes. Melissa's character definitely does do that, along with chugging at least one bottle of water before and during, and probably after.
Yeah. Oh, seriously, when I'm voice acting, I have my water bowl next to me. By the end, I'm like, that was a good session.
Yeah, exactly. And you go through it, and then you realize by the end, especially if you do 2 scripts in one day, you start sounding a little bit like a frog, and then you know it's time to stop, and you're like, okay, I need to leave this one for the next.
For sure.
You start out sounding so happy, like, hi, I'm Melissa.
Yeah. It's like,
Creepy voice.
Okay, AV asks, and I don't know if you want to answer this straight away, but what is Melissa's favorite SPD episode that she starred in? Do you happen to have one?
Oh, boy, it's so hard to pick one. I mean, I'm inclined to say the one I did with Nixium, obviously.
Of course.
For obvious reasons. They're all,
like you're a bit of a fangirl.
There was another really fun one that we did with a dog character. I guess.
Oh, Dagub. That's the name of the dog.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun too. I love dogs. Dogs are awesome.
Yeah. There's so many that we've done now. It's really hard to pick a favorite, and because I was writing a lot of them, it's it's like picking a child. It's like I don't know. I don't want to leave any out.
Yeah, they're good. There was one that I remember I wasn't even really in. I just had a cameo in it, and it was just me coming in saying, "Hey guys, sorry I'm late," and then the episode was over, and I thought that was so brilliant. I love that.
Yeah, that was the one with Mukluk and Nixium.
Yes, that was good.
That was a cute ending.
Yeah.
And when we send it to the our sound effects and music team, they're called Epic Mountain Music. They're really nice guys. They inserted the music where it kind of has like the intro music, but then they had it kind of fade out awkwardly. That was their call. That was great.
Yeah.
They emailed me and like after I sent them an episode, and they're like, one day, Dolan, if you want us to like to change anything that we've done, feel free to let us know. I'm like, no, you always get it right. Like it's always perfect. Maybe one day, maybe I'll ask you to change something, but you guys keep going. You're fantastic at this. Okay, so that's all the questions that I had. So
we had a come in with a question asking how do they join Block Mod.
I could set that up now, but it might take me a bit of time. So I might have that sorted for the next stream. This was actually our very first test stream for this kind of setup. And so, we're still working out the kinks, but yeah. If someone wanted to, because that was Dylan Hart, right? That asked that, I think.
Yep.
If someone wanted to like DM them or something, the invite, feel free. There's nothing wrong with that. If you guys, Gooby, if you have any questions that you want to read out, feel free. Otherwise, we could move on.
I've got one from Twitter.
Sure.
So this is from Craig Beverlin. Do you have a favorite movie that you like to watch? Dylan, why don't you go first?
Ooh, yes, I do. One of my favorite movies of all time is Dr. Strangelove. It's a very old one. It's black and white. I find it hilarious.
I haven't seen that.
It's definitely worth a watch. The whole thing is very sarcastic. It's just a parody of nuclear war, and it's just every time I watch it, I can't stop laughing. Another movie that I watched, which is also like this one is not really well known. It's quite an old one. It's from the 90s. It's called High Strung, or at least in some countries it's called High Strung. And that one is also it's about one guy in his apartment just complaining about everything. So it's kind of like stand up, but there's like a little storyline. It actually has Jim Carrey in it, believe it or not. And it's like a film no one's ever watched.
That's awesome. I gotta look into that.
No, it's definitely those two films both of those have got to be my favorites. How about you, Melissa?
For my childhood, my favorite movie was The Mummy.
The Brendan Fraser? Or
Yes.
oh,
oh my god,
that is Gooby's favorite film too.
one of them. Yeah, I love it.
I love that movie. I just thought it was so well done, and
Thank you.
No, when I first met Gooby, she was like, "Oh, we gotta watch all the Mummy films," and I was like, oh, "Okay." And then after that, she's like, "We gotta watch them again." I was like, "Okay." No, I really don't mind them. They're fantastic films.
Yeah, I mean the first one, for me at least, was by far the best. But the coolest part was when I went to Paris, I went to the Louvre, and they actually had the Book of the Dead, which is in the Mummy.
Oh,
it's a real thing.
Oh my god!
It's a real thing.
If we're ever there, we go check it out.
Oh, you have to. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. But, it's a real thing. So that's pretty cool. So that was, I guess, my favorite movie of all time. I also really liked Inception.
Yeah.
Which is really well done.
Yeah, that one I have to mentally prepare for because it's there's so much to it, so many depths, as you know.
You really got to pay attention to it.
Yeah. But it's like your brain is like, so how many layers down in reality are they again?
Layers into layers. It's like an onion.
Yeah. Immediately there's going to be Shrek memes in chat.
Here's a question.
Sure.
This one's from Adam Martinez from Twitter. How long does each type of video take to produce?
So countdowns you can actually produce quite fast. The most time-intensive parts are probably researching and scripting. Doing the research, you have to find multiple sources. So every single item on every list now, we have multiple sources for each one of those, and then Yeah, we do the exact same process as SPD. We take a lot of information, learn about it, and then we condense it as much as we can so that you get the major points without losing a lot of the information. And so yeah, that might just take you a few days to do. It really depends on how much you work in a day in order to get that done. And the SPDs, yeah, that would take, the scripts usually take a few days just to polish them up. And then, you know, animating takes 2 or 3 weeks. It's kind of the same with DTS, actually. The True Stories takes around about 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, it varies a little bit. But then you have that silly video I did the other day where I squished a Metroid amiibo. That took me all of like 20 minutes to put together. That was just a fun little thing. I just like had the idea randomly as I was like squishing this amiibo. And so yeah, I just whipped that together real quick. I think that kind of content works every so often, but not as like a series. You don't want to have a series of you just doing random like squishes and stuff. Yeah, no, if there's any other questions, otherwise we'll move on.
Why don't we take one more from general chat?
Sure. All right, chat. Feel free to ask any question you want about us, Planet Dolan. Very personal questions. It's up to you.
Right. You want to pick one, Dylan?
What is your favorite color, Melissa?
My favorite color is red.
Red. Wow, I'm quite close. Mine is orange, or as I like to call it, OJ.
OJ. Yes.
Yeah, it's because I used to play StarCraft custom maps, and in that, no one would ever refer to orange, like the color orange, as orange. It would always be OJ. So if your color that you were assigned is OJ, your name is officially OJ from then on, and so I love that.
That's awesome. Yeah, they do it.
Literal orange juice. It's great.
That's great.
Yeah. So one more question. She must have a crush on Nixium. Ooh.
I feel like we should address the face reveal question.
Oh, okay, sure.
That will come up a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yep.
Yeah, so I mean, for me personally, my face is out there, guys. It's one Google search. I have an Instagram. On my Twitter, my profile picture is a face reveal. Dolan, I know you've done some face reveals as well on your channel.
Lately, if you have a look at my Twitter, I retweeted some photos some fans took with Gooby and I, and so you can kind of see our face there. So you know, there's still plenty of those around, and also the old school Dolan loot crate. You know, there's always that video, but that's me from like 3 years ago. So. Okay, so moving on to the next segment, we're going to take, actually we'll flip this around. We'll have a look at some fan letters. Now these ones, when we did the SPD video talking about how, you know, the apocalypse is going and all that, we got some letters from people, and some of them were adorable, and so I decided to put together some of them and just read them out, because I loved them. I've been trying to reply to all of them, but there was over 1,000 letters, and so I've only managed to reply to like 500 or so. I'm getting through them slowly, but you know, it's taking a bit of time.
Wow. Aw, that's so sweet.
Okay, so this first one is from Bugbear. So let me just increase the text size a little bit. And so yeah, I thought you guys might like to listen to what they have to say, because yeah, I thought these were great. I'm aware I'm about a week behind the times, but I just saw the Future of Super Planet Dolan video on YouTube, and I felt inspired to reach out in some way. I'm a housewife, mother of a beautiful 4-year-old daughter who lives in Maryland in the USA. Spend most of my time keeping house, and while I do, I spend a lot of time with my laptop or phone logged onto YouTube, and frequently find myself on one or the other of your channels. My husband also watches your videos in the evenings after work, and we both enjoy them quite a lot. My personal favorites have been countdowns narrated by Hellbent. His voice always has me imagining a grumpy biker dude behind the mic, and the less the subject being discussed sounds like the sort of thing a biker dude would want to talk about, the more funny the video is to me. So, you know, the video is about cute things. It's especially good. I think we enjoy them so much because they're sort of ridiculous, and most of the subjects portrayed, be they countdowns or narrated stories, basically highlight sometime that it is so easy to lose sight of in the hustle and bustle of the day. Humanity is ridiculous. Without going into too much detail, 2016, 2017 have been very difficult years for my husband and I, and our extended families. It can be difficult sometimes to pull ourselves out of our real lives, out of our heads, away from worrying about money and having time for all the responsibilities and even ourselves. At least for myself, I often struggle with getting stuck in the mindset that has me seeing the world as dangerous, unfeeling, and dark. Yeah, we can all relate to that, I think. Guess I hadn't realized until seeing your very candid video how much I, at least, have in some ways relied on and appreciated the Planet Dolan videos and teamed to pull me away from all that and laugh at the world around me and myself. With such brightly colored and colorful characters and the silly playful turns of so many of your videos, it can be easy to lose sight as a viewer of the fact that real people are behind the scenes who have just as many struggles, obligations, and worries as I do, maybe going through the same heartaches. Unlike me, however, you've managed to put something brighter out into the world for people like me to take advantage of and enjoy. It has got to take so much hard work that I never appreciated before now. And I suppose I just wanted you and your team to know that, for one person at least, you've provided valuable entertainment and laughter when sometimes that was hard to achieve otherwise. You've given me something that's not just entertainment or a way to pass the time and fill the silence. It's been meaningful. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. Please, never doubt that about yourselves and what you want to do. Wish you could offer more at this time than a belated thank you and words of appreciation. Unfortunately, at the moment, my husband and I are in the middle of a move and can have to count our pennies. Although I'd be very happy to hopefully contribute in future when our real lives settle a bit. I've also attached a piece of fan art, my first of anything YouTube related, which I hope your team enjoys. Thank you. Thank you so much for what you do. My most sincere encouragement to you for all that you do. I hope that the support you've been receiving continues, and I look forward to seeing more from you all. Never give up, never surrender. And here's the fan art that they did, which I thought was amazing. Let's see if I can make it any bigger for you guys. Yeah, it's really cool. Oh, and belated congratulations to Dolan and Gooby and their wedding. You two are just so sweet.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was really nice of them to send this letter for us.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Wow, my heart is all warm and fuzzy.
That's by far the longest letter, but I thought it was incredibly important, and I love this art as well. Like as she just said, she's they're in the middle of a move, and it's hard to get by, but they still found the time to do this awesome piece of fan art and write this really long letter. So I just needed to let people know about this. So thank you again for that amazing letter. I did reply to him and I just said, like, you melted Gooby and I with this. So so there's a couple more. This one's my favorite. Okay, this is from Crystal and Kaylee. It's quite short. So one of them you'll see at the top here. This was May 27th. Hello, I have a younger cousin who loves your videos, and she would love it if you could maybe consider letting her work for you. I unfortunately do not currently have a piece of work from her at this very given moment, but she is underage and is 11. She is a comic artist, and she sold some comics at a school. Please give her a chance. She doesn't want any pay, nothing. She will occasionally be able to draw it for you, but she would be perfectly happy to do it. Please give her a chance. It would mean the world to her. Thank you, Crystal. Yeah, so we got this letter right before the comic competition started, and so I said to her, like, tell your cousin, like, she can contribute to this if she wants. Like, we're checking all these comics. We're gonna have a competition where we're gonna be like voicing them and stuff. And so yeah, I heard back pretty much straight away, where she said, Dolan, I told her about it, and she squealed with joy and hugged her tablet. You, just by saying that, have made us so happy. Thank you greatly, and hope that your channel will become top of the charts. So that was also from the same person, which I thought was really cute. I thought that was it. I was hoping to see Kaylee's artwork come through in the competition, but there were so many I couldn't see. Basically, there was like hundreds of them, and so it was really hard to whittle them down and everything. But anyway. Lately, August 21st, we got this letter. Hi Dolan, it's that younger cousin. I'm not really allowed to be on Crystal's Gmail, but I want to say good luck. YouTube is being hard on you. I really like your vids, and so I hope you get more views, subs, and money. So, I'm telling everyone I know to subscribe to you. Okay then, bye Kaylee. And that was it. So she snuck onto her sister's her cousin's account in order to send us this email, which I thought was absolutely adorable.
That is so adorable.
This is the kind of stuff that keeps us going, like this exact thing. Not everyone has to sub on Patreon or anything like that. It's just this, like, if we know that people really want to watch what we're doing, we'll find a way to make it happen. Like this is very important stuff. So, and yeah, that's an awesome letter, that one. So one more letter, guys, and then we'll move on. This one's from Taylor with a meme face. Hey man, how you doing? I just watched the SPD video you posted today and it caught me off guard because it seemed like to me you were doing fine. Didn't realize that it wasn't making enough money and problems were occurring behind the scenes. I like to know that stuff because I know there is no such thing as a perfect channel, and I really do love SPD. It doesn't matter who's doing the show, it's always great. Gogak is actually pretty funny, I agree. The way his character adored you and just looked up to you as an idol was hilarious. Now I know Shima was great too. You and Shima made a great team, and yes, I'm worried about her too, but just like you, I think it's anxiety and she'll be okay. I have faith in her. See, on her channel there was a comment that told people she was going to school, but I'm not sure how true that is, so don't quote me on that. I'm going to stay a subscriber to SPD as long as possible because that's really all I can do. I wish I could do more. If I had $1 million, I'd buy out SPD so that you guys could work on it all day forever as long as you want with a huge budget. But that's not in this universe. Anyway, man, I just want to say how cool SPD is, and I really hope you continue it because I love all the characters and all the heart and soul you put into the channel. All the perfection you try to put into each video. I see that every time. But it doesn't matter how long it takes, I will always be here waiting for the next video. Screw the algorithm YouTube has. I have you guys notifications, so every time a video comes out, I see it immediately. And I always do. But please, I want you to do whatever you can to continue the channel. YouTube wouldn't be the same without you. Please, man. That's it for this email. Have a gua. Sincerely, Taylor. Again, I thought that was really sweet of him to say, I'd buy out SPD if I had $1 million. So we could keep going. You know, the stuff is amazing. It just fills your heart up a little bit, you know. But you know, I thought that'd be a bit of fun to just read out some of those. As I said, we did get hundreds of letters, and these were just some of the ones I picked out. There were quite a few more that I could have read out, but I don't want to, you know, keep you guys keep reading out the fan letters for too long or anything like that. Melissa, do you happen to get any messages or anything like that?
I do. I've gotten a couple emails actually, and I get tweets and inboxes almost every week. Thank you guys so much for those. Honestly, they make me smile ear to ear, and it's really great that you guys are so supportive, and really appreciate it. Really do. And as I mentioned, the fan art that you guys send me, like I have a lot of those printed out and they're on my fridge. So I really do appreciate it. I look at it every day. So thank you.
You hear that, chat? You're on Melissa's fridge. We all strive to be there one day.
There's a spot on it just for you guys. And it's
waiting.
called the whole fridge. Actually, I got so much fan art on it now, it's hard to open the handle of the fridge.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's really funny.
Guys, stop clogging up Melissa's fridge. Let her eat. Okay, so the last segment I have before we have something cool to show off is we're going to take some true story prompts. So if you guys kind of like how we're getting you to ask some questions for the build an SPD before, if you guys have any stories you would like to hear from us, just in the vein of DTS, you know, the whole what's your weirdest moment at school, what's the let's see, what's another question? Have you ever been in space? And other things that are impossible. Feel free to ask us and we'll tell a quick story. Yeah, just like anything like that. So I'll keep an eye out for any good prompts.
Awesome. Let's see what we got here.
What's the worst thing you've done as a kid? Oh wow.
The worst thing.
Worst thing I've done as a kid. Oh, you know what? This is. I feel guilty about this, but my mum doesn't remember it at all. One time I got. My mum was like, "Oh, I don't have any film for this camera," but I knew there was film in the lounge room, and so I went over and I opened the box, and there was no like I unwrapped the thing, but the film was wrong, and so I went back to my mum and I was like, I pretended like I hadn't opened it yet because I realized I made a mistake, and I said, what about that film in the lounge room? She's like, don't touch that film. That's like a present for someone. I'm like, oh God. Oh no. And so I'd already opened it. So I just kind of stood there like, what am I going to do? Should I just tell her right now? I'm like, no, I'll just ignore it. And then later on, you know, like a few hours later, like I'm just like playing games and all I hear is Dolan! Like, oh no. Oh no. And she came up, she's like, why did you do this after I told you? And I was like speechless, like, should I just explain that I did it before? Will she care? But yeah, I ended up just feeling really guilty and awful. Like I had like completely ruined her day. And then I asked her about it a few years later, and she's like, "What film? What are you talking about?" And so
it was so traumatic. She just blocked it out of her mind forever.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to think that, and that it wasn't just an unimportant event, and it was just traumatic for me.
That's funny.
Do you? I mean, you can feel free to grab a story prompt from chat if you want, but.
Yeah, I'll grab one. There's one that said, "What's the strangest way you've ever met a person?" I'm guessing like a significant person, like a friend or something. I met one of my closest friends while getting lost on the subway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so she actually drives, but this one particular day, her car was at the shop and she was getting it. I don't know, the tires changed or something on it. So I asked her for directions because I suck with directions, and turns out she didn't know where she was going either. So we spent a bunch of time trying to figure it out. And funny thing is, we actually work right beside each other.
Oh wow.
She's in the building right across from me, and it was so funny because we were commuting from over 25 minutes away, and by bus it's like an hour away. So it was just a really weird coincidence, and now we have lunch together at work all the time. So strange. Yeah, the one day that she and I don't usually take that bus route either. So that's pretty interesting.
That's so weird. Yeah, I've met friends pretty strange ways as well. A couple of my really close friends, the ones that you guys might have seen on a stream, one of them's Tolop. I met them through World of Warcraft. I happen to have been studying writing in Australia in like a certain area. And they happened to have been playing the game with them, and one of them was like, "Hey, we live pretty close to the school. Like, do you want to catch up?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Random internet stranger. I met up with them, and they actually turned out to be really fun people. They were like, come over. We're having like a party, and yeah, we've been friends for quite a long time now. It must have been more than 6 years or so.
Wow.
But you know, it's like after you leave school, you meet friends in just the weirdest ways. Like at school, it's easy. You just like, hey, hey person, like we have a mutual interest. Let's be best friends forever right now.
Yeah.
Whereas these days, it's like, hey, random person on the subway, do you want a tattoo?
Yeah, tell me about it. There was another person that I met, actually. This is kind of weird. Both of our friends were at this sort of self-help group thing, and they asked us to come by to support them. And there was a part where we got kind of moved to another room, just all the guests of people got moved to another room. And we ended up sitting beside each other, and we're talking, and it turns out he used to play really high-level soccer too, and he works in the same industry as me. He's like an art director as well. And we both have golden retrievers, and we're like, what the heck, this is really weird that we have this much stuff in common. So he had invited me out to this industry event, like a fashion-based event, and yeah, we're like good friends and working together now. It's so weird, like a self-help group for friends that we were both guests at, and we had that much stuff in common. It's just strange.
That's basically the same thing with Gooby and I. Like as we got talking when we did a course together, we just realized that we just liked a lot of the exact same things. Like it's so weird because you grow up in like different schools, different friend groups. You just think that other people have just had completely different childhoods, but it's like, oh hey, Sailor Moon. It's like, yeah, of course I know Sailor Moon. Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, of course. And it's like, let's be best friends forever right now. And then yeah, sometimes it evolves to a bit more than that, which is what happened with the Goopster and I. So you just meet people in just the strangest ways, and yeah, the people you have lots in common with. It's just so easy to be friends with them, because you just don't want to stop talking. It's like you just realize, hey, I have the exact same opinions as you. about like all these things that I thought I was the only one in the world that had that.
Yeah, definitely. And then when you actually disagree on something, it's also really interesting because you feel like you value their opinion more because you're like, all right, well, you're sane about everything else because you share my opinion. So maybe I'll hear you out on this one.
A friendly
Dolan
debates are
likes
fun.
horror and I don't.
Sorry?
He said Dolan likes horror and I don't.
Ah, yes, that's the one place we differ. I appreciate horror, you know, zombies, supernatural stuff. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
But with a caveat though, I love paranormal stuff, but I find the slasher stuff just.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, if it's like that, if it's like gory, it can be a bit ugh. But if it's just like non-jump scary, like psychological scares, I'm all on board for it.
Yes, me too. All right, I'm with you, Dylan. Sorry, Gooby.
Let's take one more prompt, and then we will wrap up, I think.
Sure, sounds good. All right, guys, any more questions?
Oh, actually, I saw one. They were asking about best teachers. So, I had one teacher. She had... Okay, so when you first see her, she's quite a large woman. This was around grade 5. She had like a big birthmark on her face, and it covered like half her head. And so when you see her like as a kid, it's like a little bit scary because like you don't know what's going on there. But then you get to know her, and she was the loveliest woman. As I was in class with her, like if you were kind of like if you were a really bad kid, like you did bad things, she would have a go at you like constantly. If you're a good kid, and like a lot of teachers just kind of treat all students the same, like they just like tell you off even if you're just the nerdiest, like nicest kid ever. It doesn't matter. But this teacher would go out of their way to like treat you right if they see like the other kids giving you a hard time, or like you're deep in study, that kind of thing. So after a while, like I just realized that she was just a fun person. Like a lot of us just end up talking to her just about life in general because she's just fun. And it got to the point that my mum and we made like this gingerbread house for Christmas, and after school had ended, we went over to her house and delivered it to her, and she was like in tears, like so thankful. Just like thank her for like the awesome year at school. She was so appreciative of that. But no, she was such a fun teacher. I did a DTS, but funnily enough, that DTS story that I did was like the one negative event that happened with her, but it wasn't that bad. But most of the time, she was a great teacher.
She sounds like it. That's so important. I think that kids have teachers like that in their lives because it's such a critical turning point, and you have that role model to look up to and someone to talk to and someone that's just fun, and that's so important. Teachers, I think, can make or break your whole school experience. For sure.
Okay, so
my favorite, I was gonna say, my favorite teacher was my art teacher back in grade 9. He was extremely passionate about art, and if you guys may be able to relate to this, but typically in grade 9 people just take art like it's a bird course, and they're not serious about it at all. And he really wanted to be an artist. He wanted to pursue it, and after class he would show me some of his personal works, and he noticed that I had an interest in it, so he would kind of provide me with extra teaching. We would just talk about stuff. There was this kind of creepy guy that liked me, and I remember hiding underneath my teacher's chair once. So we were like friends. We were friends. He was like a kind of also a father figure to me as well. And we actually still keep in touch. Like what, 11, 12, 13 years later? I can't think how many years it's been now. But he is now pursuing a career as an artist, and I'm so proud of him. That's awesome. Yeah, he's a great teacher.
Just doing a little Dolan drawing here. It's like the one thing I can do. For a lot of other for a lot of people at the VidCon, I drew him with the big mustache. Actually, let me see if I can just do that real quick.
Pixar didn't happen. Yes, we need an instant replay in real time.
All right. So, yeah, so it's like a little smile down here, and then it's like, it's so hard to draw the mouse with like a VR headset on. I'm sorry, Ladybot, I drew over your thing. I'm trying to draw a giant mustache. Oh no.
Yeah, you're way off. Oh wow, that's quite the stash right there.
Yep, yep. It can envelop worlds, I think, that stash. James Shark with the old. A lot of people think that logo was him eating an ice cream sandwich, but it was a book.
Nice.
All right, so we got one more thing that we're going to show off to you guys. Now, it's it's something that an animator's been working on for over a year now. It is going to give you guys this. Okay, so this stream is not going to be up. Like, there's not going to be an unlisted version. All right, so once this goes down, it's going down. So this is going to be an exclusive look at this. We might throw this unlisted stream on Patreon later. However, for you guys just on SPD, we're going to be taking it down after this. So the video we're going to show off is going to be part 1 of the origin story of Gooby. We storyboarded this, about a year ago, and it's been worked on since then. And only just recently got finished. Now, bear in mind, we are still going to be working on this. It's not done. There is still visual effects we want to add in, and a few other things. So it is still, it's basically finished, but the extra effects that we want to add on aren't finished yet. So, bear that in mind when you watch it. And I'm going to do something pretty cool for this. We are going to go into a home cinema. Here we go. So I hope you guys are comfy in this environment. When I found this setup earlier, I was like, oh my god, this is like perfect. This is absolutely perfect.
That is so cool.
Yep, so I got a little like tablet over here. I got some drinks, just a private little cinema. I got some movies over here. Unfortunately, we can't watch these because of copyright. However, The Matrix is an option. We can watch Avatar together, something like that. If I had Melissa like doing a VR setup, she'd be probably sitting over here watching this at the same time, but well, just thankful.
Next time.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just thankful we managed to get this all set up and all working, all perfect. So here we go. Gooby, would you mind giving me a poke if the sound is playing on this video? Like if you're listening to the stream, just let me know if everything's good. Just give me a poke if it's all good. If it's not good, give me a double poke. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay. So here we go guys. Exclusive look at the origins of Gooby. There is a part 2 to this, however, it's not done. So just sit back and enjoy.
You've been far away. What have you got to say? My heart is on display, but I'm not afraid. Yeah, I'm not afraid. Why you been getting busy? I've been getting dizzy, trying not to keep you in mind. Now
no sound. Interesting. Interesting. Oh god. Let's see here. That's probably easy to fix.
That's a good teaser. We're gonna go back to it with sound. This looks awesome. Sound playing though.
Marco's very talented.
Really? Is there no sound going into the stream?
No.
Really? That's odd.
I can still hear you though.
Oh wait, you know what it might be?
Oh, people are saying that there's sound. They're saying that they heard it.
Oh, they heard that one? Oh. Okay, let's try this again. Give me another tap if it's all good. Yep?
Yeah.
Thanks.
you've been far away. What have you got to say? My heart is on display, but I'm not afraid. Yeah, I'm not afraid. Why you been getting busy? I've been getting dizzy, trying not to keep you in mind. Now I'm 35 and suddenly enticing since you came back in my life. I've been waiting for you, been waiting for you, been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you, been waiting for you, been waiting for you.
What'd you think, guys? Any good? Melissa, did you manage to see it? Oh, you're probably still watching it. Yeah, we've been working on that one for quite a while. Very happy with it. There we go. And we're back. Yeah, you guys liked it? So that'll just give you a little hint into what we want to do with storytelling. So part 2 would have dealt with what happens just before what you just saw. It's kind of like a prequel. So that was the aftermath. So it'll any hints that you picked up about like what was going on behind the scenes with like Nixium, Melissa, and Shima, you would have seen. You would have gotten a few more hints to the events. Let me just make sure. I hope that Melissa is still around, because I haven't heard from her. Let me have a look. Ah, here we go. Join call.
Hello!
Hey, let me add Gooby to the call. Did you like it, Melissa?
That was awesome.
Awesome.
That was so nice. It's wonderful. Gooby, your character is so awesome. I love that scene with the Dolan's hat in her eyeballs. That's so cute. It was so well done.
Gooby, you heard that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, sweet. All right, Melissa, we're going to wrap up. I'm just going to go ahead and say thank you so much for your time, Melissa. And thank you, audience. Thank you to everyone who donated. Oh my God, we saw tons and didn't get a chance to thank any of you, but they did not go unnoticed. I managed to, I'm actually recording this whole stream and the chat, so I'll be able to go back, and if I can find any of you guys on Twitter or anything, I'll send you a thank you. So again, thanks for that. Yeah, Melissa, you wanna say anything?
Yes, thank you so much for having me, Dolan. This was so much fun. Thank you so much to everyone that watched and is continuing to watch the channel. Thank you for the fan art, and it was such a pleasure. This was a lot of fun. We'll have to do this again sometime.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. All right, guys. Till next time. Keep watching. Still got more SPD coming up, and of course, have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.